Hello, you're watching Shalom World News. I'm David Kerr from Lansing in Michigan, and these are your latest news headlines from around the world. The Vatican has launched a 5th anniversary celebration of Pope Francis's document on marriage and the family, known as Amoris Laetitia, or in English, The Joy of Love. Entitled The Year of Amoris Laetitia Family, the celebration got underway on March the 19th, the feast day of St. Joseph. The Vatican celebration will last for around 15 months and will end in June 2022 with the Church's World Meeting of Families in Rome. Speaking at the launch of the celebratory year, the Vatican's prefect of the Dicastery for the Laity, Family and Life, Cardinal Kevin Farrell, said that the Christian proclamation on the family is, quote, good news indeed. The Irish-American cleric also said that presenting God's plan for the family to the world is a source of joy and hope. Meanwhile, the Vatican has also recognised the heroic virtues of 3 Italian missionary sisters who died in the Democratic Republic of Congo while caring for the sick during an Ebola virus outbreak in 1995. Missionary sisters Annelvira Ossoli, Vitarosa Zorza and Danielangela Sorti were members of the congregation of the Sisters of the Poor-Palazzo Institute who cared for the sick during the outbreak of the epidemic and eventually fell prey to it themselves in May 1995. The Vatican's declaration of heroic virtue means that each woman now can be styled as venerable and takes each a step closer to being declared a saint. To the US now, and the Senate in the state of New Mexico has passed a bill to decriminalise assisted suicide. That's in spite of strong opposition from the state's Catholic bishops. The legislation is entitled the Elizabeth Whitefield End-of-Life Options Act. It would permit licensed physicians, nurses and physician assistants to prescribe a lethal drug to the terminally ill. It also gives such patients provision to administer the drug themselves. The state Senate passed the controversial bill by 24 votes to 17. If Democratic Governor Michelle Grisham signs the bill into law, New Mexico will become only the 2nd state in the US to pass such assisted suicide laws. Meanwhile, in the state of Illinois, the Catholic Church is attempting to prevent the repeal of a law mandating parental notification before an underage girl has an abortion. According to the Bishops' Conference of Illinois, the Parental Notice of Abortion Act has seen the number of abortions performed on minors decrease by over 30% since the law was introduced in 2013. They say that repealing the law would lead to, quote, tragic and irreversible outcomes. The bishops are now urging both clergy and lay faithful to petition their state representatives to uphold the status quo. Pope Francis says that St. Joseph is a role model for all priests. The Holy Father made his comments upon the eve of St. Joseph's Day on March the 18th during an address to the priests of the Belgian Pontifical College. The college is a hostel for Belgian priests living in Rome, which is currently celebrating its 175th anniversary. The Pope, who proclaimed a year of St. Joseph in December, said St. Joseph was a welcoming father who set aside personal plans and loved and welcomed Mary and Jesus. The Pope reminded the priests present to stay with their flocks, just like St. Joseph remained a true guardian to those in his care. Pope Francis concluded his comments by pointing to what he described as the prophetic gaze of St. Joseph, portraying him as a dreamer who knew to look beyond what he sees. A Catholic university in England has agreed to work with the Society of St. Vincent de Paul in order to provide care for people who are on the verge of death. The Centre for the Art of Dying Well at St. Mary's University in London has partnered with the Society of St. Vincent de Paul to train volunteers as end-of-life companions to care for those who are dying. 500 trained volunteers will now assist at least 1,500 terminally ill patients and their loved ones in order to provide hope, care and companionship. End-of-life companion volunteers have enrolled from St. Vincent de Paul conferences across England and Wales and will now take part in training over the coming months. The Society of St. Vincent de Paul is a Catholic international voluntary organisation that was founded in France in 1844 and now has an estimated 800,000 members across the globe. Finally, one of Rome's oldest seminaries has a new man at the helm. He's Father Stephen Wang, and he's the new rector of the Venerable English College. The 54-year-old cleric is a priest of the Archdiocese of Westminster in London. The Venerable English College was founded in 1579. Since then, it has produced hundreds of priests, including 44 martyrs who were killed for the Catholic faith. Congratulations, Father Wang. Well, that's your latest headlines. Do join us for more tomorrow. You can also visit us at swnews.org for news updates. Shalom.